Have you ever wondered about the natural wealth of Angola, one of Africa's resource-rich countries? This southern African nation is blessed with abundant natural resources, especially in the oil and gas sector. This wealth forms a significant part of Angola's economy, contributing to its classification as a resource-rich nation. From petroleum to diamonds, from natural gas to biodiversity, Angola's riches span a wide spectrum. So let's dive in and explore Angola's natural resources one by one. First up is petroleum, a key player in Angola's economy. Angola boasts one of Africa's most abundant petroleum reserves, a factor that has significantly bolstered its economic landscape. These reserves have proven to be an invaluable asset, serving as the backbone of the country's export revenue. In fact, a substantial portion of the government's income is rooted in the petroleum sector. This is not surprising given that petroleum is a highly sought-after resource worldwide, with its demand showing no signs of slowing down. Angola's petroleum reserves are not just fueling engines, but also the nation's economy. The petroleum industry's contribution has been integral in driving economic growth, financing public expenditure, and fostering development in other sectors. However, it's crucial to remember that with great wealth comes great responsibility. Managing this resource effectively and sustainably is vital for Angola's future prosperity. Thus, petroleum remains a significant pillar of Angola's economy. Next on the list is natural gas, another crucial resource. Now, you might be wondering, how important is natural gas for Angola? Well, let me tell you, it's more than just a little significant. Angola is blessed with substantial reserves of natural gas. These reserves are not just figuratively, but literally fueling the country's economy. They're a major player in the energy sector, and they've got a key role in the nation's revenue generation. But it's not just about the money. The natural gas reserves of Angola are helping to power industries and homes across the country. They're bringing energy, warmth, and economic stability to millions. What's more, the exploration and exploitation of these resources are not just about today, they're about tomorrow. They're about securing a prosperous future for Angola, a future that's bright, sustainable, and energy secure. Natural gas exploration and exploitation indeed contribute to Angola's wealth. Moving on, we have diamonds and other mineral resources. Angola is not just rich in oil and gas, but also in diamonds. It is, in fact, one of the world's top diamond producers. The diamond industry has been a significant source of revenue for the country, supporting its economy for decades. These precious gems, formed over billions of years deep within the Earth's mantle, have brought both prosperity and strife to Angola. Historically, the diamond industry has been marred by conflict. The term conflict diamonds or blood diamonds came into prominence during the late 20th century, when diamonds mined in war zones were sold to finance insurgency, warlord-led rebellion, and invasions. Angola, unfortunately, had its share of such conflicts, with diamonds at the heart of civil unrest and wars. However, Angola's mineral wealth isn't limited to diamonds. The country boasts a variety of other mineral resources such as iron ore, copper, gold, and phosphate. While the exploitation of these resources isn't as advanced as that of oil, they still hold immense potential for the country's economic growth. Iron ore, for example, is a key ingredient in steel production. With infrastructure development on the rise in many parts of Africa, there's a growing demand for steel and thus iron ore. Copper, on the other hand, is a highly sought-after metal used in electrical wiring, plumbing, and even in renewable energy technologies like solar panels. With the world's increasing shift towards green energy, the demand for copper is set to rise, presenting a potential revenue stream for Angola. Then, there's gold, the timeless symbol of wealth. Despite not being a major player in the global gold mining industry, Angola's gold reserves could still become a significant contributor to its economy, given the right investment and development. Lastly, we have phosphate, an essential ingredient in fertilizers. With agriculture being a key sector in many African economies, the demand for fertilizers, and consequently phosphate, is on the rise. Despite the challenges, diamonds and other minerals offer a wealth of opportunities for Angola. Agriculture and biodiversity, the unsung heroes. As we delve deeper into Angola's natural wealth, we discover the untapped potential of its agricultural sector and the richness of its biodiversity. These sectors, despite being less explored, hold immense opportunities for sustainable development. Imagine vast expanses of arable land, coupled with favorable water resources. This is the agricultural landscape of Angola. While it's true that this sector has been relatively underutilized compared to its potential, it holds the promise of becoming a significant wealth generator for the country. Agriculture can not only ensure food security but also create employment opportunities, contributing to poverty reduction and economic diversification. And let's not forget, a flourishing agricultural sector can also lead to the development of related industries like food processing, creating a ripple effect of growth and prosperity. Now let's venture into the wild side of Angola, its biodiversity. The country is home to diverse ecosystems, including national parks and nature reserves. This biodiversity is not just about the plethora of flora and fauna. It's also about the balance of nature and the potential it holds. From ecotourism to scientific research, the opportunities are vast and varied. And while these sectors may currently be less developed than in other countries, they hold a reservoir of potential waiting to be tapped. But remember, with great wealth comes great responsibility. The development of these sectors should be done sustainably, ensuring the preservation of the environment and the well-being of future generations. This is where the concept of green growth comes into play, which emphasizes on economic growth that is environmentally sustainable. So, as we can see, agriculture and biodiversity are not just nice-to-haves. They are integral to Angola's future, offering a path to sustainable development that is balanced and inclusive. They are, in a sense, the unsung heroes of Angola's natural wealth. Agriculture and biodiversity can indeed play a crucial role in Angola's sustainable development. Lastly, but definitely not least, hydroelectric potential and the maritime coast. Angola's rivers are not just bodies of water, they're powerful conduits of potential energy. A treasure trove of hydroelectric potential lies within them. The country's major rivers, like the Kwanza, Kunene, and Zambezi, with their strong currents and significant water volumes, are natural power plants waiting to be harnessed. Imagine this: the gushing waters of these rivers, when utilized for hydroelectric power, could revolutionize the country's energy scene. Not only could they meet the domestic energy needs, but they could also create surplus electricity that could be exported to neighboring countries, contributing to regional power stability. But the potential doesn't end at the riverbanks. Let's set sail to the Maritime coast, a coastline stretching over 1,000 miles along the Atlantic Ocean. This maritime coast offers a sea of opportunities for trade and fishing. The ports of Angola, such as Luanda, Lobito, and Namibe, are vital gateways to the world. They facilitate the export of the country's abundant natural resources and the import of goods and commodities that are essential for the nation's growth. In essence, these ports are the country's economic lifelines, playing an integral role in regional trade and commerce. The Maritime coast is also a haven for the fishing industry. With the Atlantic Ocean teeming with a variety of fish species, the potential for commercial fishing is vast. This not only provides livelihoods for the local communities, but also contributes to the nation's food security. In conclusion, the hydroelectric potential of Angola's rivers and the opportunities offered by its maritime coast are not just resources, they're engines of growth. They have the potential to diversify Angola's economy, reduce its reliance on oil and gas, and boost its regional trade. These resources hold the promise of diversifying Angola's economy and boosting regional trade. So, as we've seen, Angola is indeed a treasure trove of natural resources. From the expansive oil fields that have long been the backbone of the nation's economy to the reserves of natural gas that supplement it, Angola has proven its worth in the energy sector. The country's vast mineral wealth, punctuated by the sparkle of diamonds and the sturdy promise of iron ore, copper, gold, and phosphate, further underscores its natural bounty. Yet, Angola's wealth extends beyond the glitter of precious stones and the sheen of black gold. The nation's arable lands and water resources pose a potential boon for the agricultural sector, an area that remains to be fully tapped into. The rich biodiversity, teeming with varied ecosystems, national parks, and nature reserves, holds the promise of thriving ecotourism, a venture yet to be fully realized. The country's rivers, coursing with untapped hydroelectric potential, could not only power the nation but also serve as a beacon of energy for neighboring countries. And let's not forget the Maritime coast, a gateway for trade and a rich source of seafood, integral to both the regional economy and the nation's cuisine. While these resources present opportunities, their effective management and the pursuit of sustainable development remain challenges to be addressed for the benefit of Angola and its people.